Ian, are you going to kick off from Sky and then we'll use the hands up system for everybody? We'll do Ian, then Adam from Radio Sheffield, and then we'll do the hands up system.
Chris, hello. Ian here. Look, you had chances, but did you also make life difficult for yourselves?
100%. Yeah, I mean, you can't. Not at this level, not the way we're playing, not as in our position. You can't make it easy for the opposition, and we give for that 2 goals. As far as I'm concerned, the first one, the timing of it as well is terrible from our point of view. You get in at half time, and I believe we would have been in the game at the start. I think we were going to be competitive, which we were, and I thought we would have the ball. They've got some good players. At the top of the pitch, you've got some excellent players, and. But I thought we were well in the game up to that moment. I thought there was bits and pieces of the game we needed to liven up on and play quicker and be a bit better in possession. But obviously after the poor start, which VAR has obviously given that decision, and we've benefited from it. I thought we got a foothold in the game, but the timing of the goal's terrible and the manner of the goal's terrible. And then we have our best period, second half, and start well off and then concede from a set play, and then obviously it's going to be uphill battle. But the manner of the goals are really poor, and the opportunities that we created we've not taken, and the inevitable is going to happen.
You also lost a key player for you as well, John Egan, taken off on a stretcher. No one likes to see that at all. Can you tell us the nature of the problem?
Not yet, sorry Ian, I can't, but obviously it doesn't look great with him coming off on the stretcher, so we'll assess that. We lost Flake on Friday night, Saturday morning to illness, so that's quite concerning from John's point of view, out of nowhere. Sort of typical of how it's gone for us. Talked before about that backache being solid and consistent last year, and obviously it hasn't been this year. But to lose the 2 Johns is obviously big blows for us in a really disappointing campaign regarding injuries.
What's your gut feeling with John Egan?
It doesn't look good, Ian, does it? So we're going to have to assess that. But I think John's background. He's a tough boy, tough Irish boy. He puts his body on the line every game, and for him to stick his hand up in the manner that he did, knowing straight away that he has to come off, didn't look good and wasn't a good sign.
Look, 14 matches still to go. You are 14 points from safety. How significant do you sense the next match is, which is against Fulham?
Well, if we make the mistakes that we did tonight, Ian, there's no chance for us. That's me being honest. Hey, Ian, sorry about that.
Hi, Chris. Listen, I don't know whether you answered my last question. Presumably you did, but I have no idea what you said, which was about being 14 points away from safety with 14 to go, and the next match being Fulham.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I answered it. Yeah.
Fine. Okay.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Cheers, Ian.
Safe journey back.
Thanks, mate.
Hi, Chris.
Adam.
In terms of the final result in the end, do you feel 3-0 was harsh on your team tonight?
It is what it is, isn't it, Adam? We can't get away from the fact this is the division that we're in, and if you give the goals up that we did and half chances that we did, then they've got the quality to hurt you. They've got Premier League quality, whether they start or off the bench, and that showed.
Did you feel like the performance tonight was a step back maybe on some of the recent performances and results that you've had?
Well, I think it doesn't look great with the scoreline. We were well in the game, but the performance has been decided on a few things in my opinion. The goals are terrible. Gift wrapped. They'll say that the second is a great ball in from a set piece, and it's been a desire for one of their players to get in front of one of our players, and obviously a good goal from their point of view. From our point of view, a really poor one. The first one, the timing of it, where I thought we had definitely a foothold in the game. So maybe up to that point, I wouldn't have thought it was a backward step, but it goes to a backward step because of the manner of the goals. They take those opportunities. It isn't always enough to run around and commit and be enthusiastic. There's more to the game, and we've lacked that more that you need at this level to get yourself back. We've had good chances. We've not taken them. There's times where we need to cross it quicker that we haven't. There's times where we need to play round the ends quicker than we haven't. There's a lot of, as I said, enthusiasm and there's commitment and work ethic. I still think, like I said, it's quite lazy and I don't think it's deserved if people think that we've turned it in, but because we haven't, and I'll stand by that. But there's more to the game than that. The third goal, we make a really poor decision and give the ball away, and they're going to punish you because that's the division that you're in, and that's the quality they're up against. So we have to be error-free like they were to us, and then we have to create and finish, which we did. Create, but we didn't finish, and that decides the game. It feels at the moment, and I don't think I'll change my opinion. It feels like a big step backwards, yeah, of course, because I generally believe we could get something here tonight against a team that's obviously going fantastically well, but we haven't, and we have to regroup and go again at Fulham on Saturday.
Some credit needs to go to West Ham for their structure and their organisation defensively, particularly made it difficult at times to get balls into the area. We go 2-0 up. We go 2-0 up last year with the 8 that have played all season, and I think we see that game out. Of course, yeah, you have to, and you have to have that structure, your organisation, which they're gonna have that because of the quality that they've got and the players that they've got. They've got a counter, so if you do chuck too many people forward, then it goes into league guard. Then it's on to Jared Bowen, or it's on to Ben Rama or Lanzini. They've got that quality. They bring Mark Noble on because we're on top in that first bit of the second half. They come to change the shape because the manager's a good manager and he's feeling that we're on top. He does that, and then we can see from a corner. It's absolutely ridiculous. We have our best period. We probe, we're pushing them back. They make a change and an experienced, successful manager makes that change because he feels that his team's going to get punished. But we punish ourselves again. They've not us. They've got the quality to finish it off, but they've not opened us up or hurt us or anything like that. And so that's the reason why I think we've took a big step back. That's the reason that where I am massively frustrated.
Yeah, an important save from Aaron Ramsdale again tonight at what could have been a key point in the game, I think, at 2-0.
I've been critical of Aaron. You know, a slow start to his second stint here at the football club internally, but not at the moment. He's took a bit of grief, which he understands, and he'll come through and he'll be better for it. But you know, he's doing okay. The bit in front of him has let him down today.
You've obviously lost Fleck and Egan to injuries. I mean, they're big blows, aren't they? You know, it's not fringe players you're losing.
No, they're quite big players for us, aren't they? And as I said, you know, we looked at sort of the group last year because people, you know, we're always looking and reflecting and thinking, what is the difference? Where do we need what's happening? Why are we in this situation when we weren't in this situation? And that 8 picked itself, didn't it, up till Christmas, and then Xander came in January, and then Lunny came flying back as well, and the 8 picked itself, and obviously we've not had any continuity. The games are coming thick and fast, so you know you're not really having the ability to work on the training ground. But saying that, you know, maybe they're all excuses. We've got to do better. You know, the first goal isn't down to an injury. The second goal isn't down to an injury. The third goal, the lead up to the third goal, isn't down to an injury. It's down to more care and thought and quality and craft and skill and experience. And these are qualities that they tease me. I think they tease me at times, Adam. They show me those qualities, and then they pull it away. And that's massively frustrating for me because I'm a huge fan of this group for quite a while, and just you know, for us to take a backward step at this particular moment, as you put it, and rightly so, is incredibly hurting for us all.
Thanks, Chris. Cheers for your time.
Cheers, Adam.
Nath, do you want to go?
Hi, Chris. Does the frustration about tonight come from the fact that you were, apart from the first 5 minutes, you were really, you know, looking like the most likeliest to score, and then typical of this season, you go and do what you do for that first goal, which must have been the biggest frustration about tonight. It's what's happened all season.
Well, you know, as we talked about, Nathan, people understandably talk about last year and this year. I can't remember us making those mistakes last year. You know, there's misplaced passes, there was chances missed, but we never made the mistakes last year that we're doing this year. You know, whether it's from a set play, whether it's from giving the ball away for the third goal or the first goal. You know, and that's what pressure does to you. That's what position does to you. That's what lack of points does to you. It just tightens you up, and you know, you say and try to help the players, and you know, tell them, you know, you have to relax and play. You have to have the balls to do that. But the errors that we're making, and I agree with you. I thought before that we'd be in the game, and I thought definitely after the first 5 minutes, you know, that, you know, we've got a big foothold in the game, which we needed to. And, you know, I fancied us to score the first goal, which obviously is crucial at this level.
And just typical of this season, at 1-0, you need David McGoldrick's header that somehow defender, keeper over the bar. You need that to go in at 1-0, don't you?
We've got to finish those chances. You know, we didn't, you know, criticism of the team, we didn't play quick enough around the ends. You know, we didn't cross the ball early enough at times, and when we did, we had 2 or 3 chances, and when those chances come, we've, you know, it always seems when other teams have those chances, it ends up in the back of the net, and when we have the chances, is a brilliant save or a block or something happens or an opportunity missed, which is yet again another big moment.
And another goal from a set piece, Chris. I know there's not much you can do about that when you're watching that sort of run and that sort of desire to get up and head the ball. But how much is that becoming a problem, the amount of crosses and set pieces that are going in?
Well, the goal is a set piece. It's a good delivery. You know, we have, how many corners did we have today? You know, so you know, it's about people doing the jobs and you know, getting blocks in and being aggressive and getting up against people. They're powerful athletes. You know, they've got some big boys in the team. You know, Souček, Dawson, Diop. You know, some big headers of the ball. And obviously, our team is not the biggest. So you know, it is a big opportunity, but the amount that we've conceded this year to compare to last year, you know, is huge. And yeah, again, we're getting punished by it. It's good play from a delivery and the goal point of view, but yeah, again, if it's avoidable, an avoidable goal yet again.
The only thing at the minute, Chris, that's the difference is individual mistakes, but you can't cut them out, and that's the difference, isn't it? So how do you try and rally the players now for Fulham? How do you try and maintain the fact that you can claw that 14 points back when you're seeing what you're seeing tonight?
Well, game by game, it's a big setback for us tonight. There's no doubt about it, and there's only us going to lift us. You know, we haven't got 3,000 or 4,000 of our punters behind the goal on Saturday, and so we can't rely on that. But I'm not so sure. You know, if we carry on with the results, that they'll be behind us anyway, and rightly so. So we have to take that criticism fair and square on the chin. We've had an incredible amount of, you know, credit in the bank or sort of, you know, support. That's running thin in my opinion, and reputations are taking a doing. So whatever it is, pride, reputations, restoring reputations or whatever, we need to address that. And we've worked hard to get into this position, and I can't control, you know, what everybody else does. We've got to try and control what we do. And tonight I've not been able to control it well enough, and the players have not been able to deliver enough to be a good side. And like I keep saying, Nath, it's a ruthless division, and we looked, as I said, we looked well beaten at the end, and we have to accept that.
Thanks, Chris. Take care, mate.
Thanks.
Guilty.
Yeah, I won't keep too long, mate. But was there a sense that was almost the season rolled up into 90 minutes, wasn't it? Almost.
Yeah, it's quite a long walk back from the technical area to the dugout. But I think that if you'd have had a mic on me, it's something I've said for possibly 75 to 80% of the games. We're in it. We shoot ourselves in the foot. We make individual mistakes. We don't take our chances. You know, it sort of epitomises the sort of the season. And I'm boring myself possibly. Must bore Al and coaching staff by sort of saying the same things time and time, but it happens. So it happens for a reason. So, you know, maybe I haven't got it right as many times as I should do, but they're pretty straightforward things that are happening that's costing us. It's not something that's extraordinary. Yet again, I'll say it again, this is not a shape thing. We're not getting dominated by a team, you know, where we're getting pushed back and it's coming. We've had possibly more possession, being in just as good positions as what they have, but they don't make the mistakes and they punish you. We make mistakes and we don't punish the opposition, and that's the level that we're at.
Do we know what is John staying down tonight, or is he travelling back?
I've got to say, James, I've come, had a chat with the players. You know, quite a tough chat with them. You know what's happened about tonight, which you can imagine I was going to. Yeah. And not really had the opportunity to talk about John to the medical staff, but you know, from what I was looking at, and him coming off on a stretcher, and you know, he's a tough boy, sticking his hand up straight away. That doesn't look good.
Yeah. Cheers, mate.
Thanks all.
Cheers,
Thanks for your
guys.
time.
All the best.